Hi everyone. My second week living in here, and I will show you. This is literally my living room. So, yeah, hubby's down this weekend, so it makes a nice change. I don't have to do all the driving, but I will be back in Melbourne a few weekends in a row, starting from next Friday. So yeah, that'll be fun. It's hard work. Put the generator on every afternoon, just make sure I've got some lighting in the van, especially like when it comes to cooking my dinner. I only have it on, I don't think I've ever had it on for longer than 3 hours, except for last night because I was waiting for hubby to come. A fire goes on every afternoon because it's very, very cold. I'm waking up to -1, 0, and the warmest it's been in the morning is about 3 degrees, so it's very cold. Yeah, so I have nature, as you can see, at my front door. We also have a friendly native mouse that lives in and around the van. So if I'm not careful and I accidentally don't put the food in the container I have to seal everything up, then he comes scratching. And so I got some bread the other day, and he helped himself to that. So in the end, I hadn't even touched it, and I was really disappointed because I haven't had bread in a week. So I ended up tossing it out, and literally in the morning there was a little bit left, and then by the time I got back in the afternoon it was all gone. So all the birds and I think we have a goanna somewhere on the property. They all had a bit. So yeah, so I was completely gone in the morning, which I suppose, like, is a good thing because I'm not throwing food in the rubbish. Like if it's food that I know it's not going to harm the animals, like, crisps or chocolate or stuff like that, obviously, if that's wasted, that'll go in the bin. But if it's food like breads and, like stuff like that you would give to a seagull, yeah, we'll throw it out to nature because, yeah, we have all sorts of creatures. We have ducks, we have birds. If you saw on my TikTok, we have like magpies, as I said, native mice, goanna, yeah, all sorts. So, and in the spring, I'll see if I can get some videos. We start to get bull ants. So, yeah, they're okay if you know how to walk around them. They will leave you alone, but if you don't wear shoes, you'll get a bite. So, which it's not poisonous, but it does sting a little, so it's not pleasant. So I'm not going to say where, like, the company that I'm working from, but it has been an interesting 2 weeks, and kind of have done it for a bit of mental health and to see if it actually might even improve some of my physical symptoms, which is a yes and a no. I'm still having issues with the undiagnosed back problem. So I keep emailing my doctor. I'm using my emails as a diary note so that he's got a record of the things that's going on. But as far as my digestive system goes, yeah, that's, even though I'm still not eating much because I'm a bit scared to eat, because of the effects, and also because I don't have a plumbed in toilet. But I have noticed that's not causing me as much distress as what it has been in like the last 12 months. So the last couple of weeks that's been a little bit easier to manage. So whether it is the fresh air, or I'm being busier, more physically active, not really sure. And we had an incident today where we nearly lost our dog because we do let her go off leash around the property. My husband was chopping up wood and we let her out, and then she went for a run and she wasn't coming back when we were calling her name. She wasn't far away. Hubby got her pretty quickly in the car, but she was being a bit cheeky. So she is if you can see. I'm not sure if I'm putting the camera on her. I don't know if I got her in the camera, but yeah, she's being a bit sulky because we kind of are a bit upset with her. Yeah, so that's life living on the bush. And hopefully this full-time gig will only be a few more weeks, and then it will just be as needed, which is what I signed up for. So I'm just in training mode at the moment, and then hopefully it'll just be when needed and come up here for a few days and then go back, and then maybe that'll become a bit more of a routine. So we are trying to get like a proper house either closer to town or on this property so that I have running water, proper, like not, we won't sign up to the grid of electricity even if we had a house in town, but he can rig it up so that I've, you know, constantly got electricity, propane, gas, all that stuff that makes it just a little bit easier to manage. Yeah, when you're living in this kind of environment. But definitely I can start a fire. I can start the generator. And as long as I have enough to keep me going. Yeah, so enjoy my adventures. I try and post on Instagram and TikTok when I can. Thanks for watching. Thanks for following. I know it's not like a great informative video. We're still following up with Telstra. They're still refusing to acknowledge that there are any fault with our data. Although my data's gone on 3G within the last 2 weeks, I can't watch my iPad full time because it freezes and buffers. So I choose very sparingly what I want to watch. Although I have found, I'm reading The Ink Black Heart by Robert Galbraith, and I've actually found out that there's a series called Strike on that's streaming, so I'm going to look that up because I really like the novel that I'm reading, and there's about, and this is the 6th book, apparently there's 5 books before it. So yeah, have a good one, be healthy, look after your mental health, and don't do what I do and pull off fingernails because it's very painful. All right, bye.